Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren Knoxstein. I'm the VP of Customer Experience here at CFMA. And I'm going to talk to you about the various Grow and Give Back volunteering opportunities here at CFMA. If you have any questions, please let us know. But we'll share the slides at the end, and there should be a recording also on the website with a lot of this information. So let's get started. So why volunteer? Um, there are many reasons why you might want to volunteer: to reinforce your skills that you're already learning at work, develop new skills and possibilities, and give you another venue to build leadership skills. It also helps with networking and just giving you different opportunities and situations to grow those skills that you're already learning. So why get involved here at CFMA? So volunteering gives you the opportunity to practice those skills that you use in your workplace, such as teamwork, communication, problem solving, project planning, task management, and organization. It shows that you're team oriented, and it just gives you another venue to, as I said, build your network, practice on some skills that you might be trying to develop at work, and work with a new audience. So we've had, this here's a quote from one of the CEOs at a company where one of our members works. And it's just around the value that he sees in getting his staff to volunteer and give back at CFMA. So I'll let you read that. And then this is a CFMA member themselves who just gave us feedback on why he chooses to volunteer at CFMA. So I'll give you a second to read that as well. So, um, so where do we want to start with volunteering? We want to start with figuring out what will bring you value. So what are you passionate about? What really matters to you and where you would like to get involved? What skills are you working on maybe in your workplace that you want to gain, develop, etc. What do you enjoy doing? So like when you're really enjoying the work that you're doing, it seems like it's no effort at all, right? So that's what we kind of want to do with volunteering as well. What is something that really just makes you happy or brings you purpose? If there's something here at CFMA that does that for you, we'd love to get you involved there. And what are you good at? So where can you bring and lend your talents and add to the organization, but that will also give back to you at the same time? So there are various different places where you can get involved in with CFMA. We're going to go through them. There's committees, sorry, things around the education department. You can be an article author, get involved with certification or at your local chapter level. There's more places to get involved than just what we're going to cover today. So if there's something that you've heard of, or if you're curious about, definitely reach out to us and we can loop you in with the right committee. Sometimes, there aren't open spots on committees, but that doesn't mean that they won't accept someone being added in. So it doesn't hurt to ask if there's something that you are interested in. But we will run through them and I'll give you a bit more detail as to what it means to be involved and volunteer in these various opportunities. So with committees, the first one we have is the Chapter Resource Committee. It meets about 1 hour per month, and it's open to current chapter officers or past chapter presidents currently still on their chapter board. You can help develop tools and resources for your chapter and chapter leaders. There's also the Financial Survey and Benchmarker Committee. It meets 1 hour per quarter, plus some additional meetings. It's open to general members with an understanding of the importance of benchmarking, and also with an understanding of CFMA's financial benchmarker tools. So if that's something that's interesting to you, that might be somewhere where you'd like to get involved. Next, we have the Heavy Highway Committee. It meets about 1 hour per month. It's open to members working in heavy highway, and you develop content and resources for the heavy highway segment. Some of that content could be for the Heavy Highway Hub or for conference sessions. So just to give you an idea of what kind of content they do there. The membership committee meets 1 hour per month. It's open to all CFMA members. It reviews membership offerings to ensure the highest value for CFMA members. So some of what they review might be affinity partners. And they also look at things that impact the overall membership. So if that's of interest to you, you might want to get involved there. The Residential Contractor Subcommittee. So it's a subcommittee of the membership committee. It meets 1 hour per month, and it's open to members working for or with the residential contractors. Again, you develop content and resources for the residential contractor segment. Next with committees, we have the Suicide Prevention and Mental Health Committee. It meets 1 hour per month. It's open to members with a passion to support suicide prevention efforts and mental health awareness. Positions are available for chapter champions to promote efforts at the chapter level as well. So if this committee is not for you, but you want to get involved at your local level to really push suicide prevention efforts and mental health awareness, that's another place that you can get involved here. Publications Advisory Committee. So it's 1 hour a quarter plus optional article review. And it's open to members who want to contribute ideas and insights to increase the value of content in CFMA's building profits. The committee members discuss industry trends, hot topics, review articles prior to publication. So if you like to write, if this is where you want to push hot topics and trends, where you think that would be of value to you or your colleagues, this might be a place where you want to get involved. Next, we have the Tax and Legislative Affairs Committee. It's 1 hour quarterly plus additional calls as needed. Again, this is open to all members, and you develop content and resources specifically related to federal tax and legislative affairs. So moving on from committees, we're going to now move to education. There's the book subcommittee, which meets 1 to 2 hours per month. This, hopefully you're all aware of the book and what it is. This subcommittee rather, reviews, revises, and develops content for the book. It requires members with a deep understanding of the construction industry to review some of the 30 chapters. So having a really good understanding, and it's a lot of stuff to review there. The pilot target audience. So it's 1 hour per module. So what this is you're reviewing, testing, and timing out a new course. So it's not something that you're dedicating a specific amount of time per month. It's really as needed. And you would dedicate 1 hour per module as needed when they want to test out something new coming from the education department. There's also the Education Webinar Subcommittee. It meets 1 hour per month, and you review webinar proposals for approval, discuss industry hot topics and challenges. You can provide feedback and input on topics of interest. So this would be a good place to get involved if you're feeling like, you know, you like our education and everything, but there are certain topics that we haven't hit on yet that you would like to see us address. This would be a really good place to get involved. Continuing on with education, there's nano learning. So 2 to 4 hours per month. that this is for CFPs with accounting expertise to meet briefly 2 times a month and work individually or in groups on projects around nano learning. You can also be a course presenter. So again, 2 to 4 hours this is again not necessarily a monthly commitment, but per presentation and including prep. And this you would present online live courses such as accounting and reporting, WIP contracts, risk management, and advanced cash forecasting. So if you want to develop your presentation skills, if you like just being a live presenter and kind of want to have a bit of that teaching element, this might be a really good place for you to volunteer. And then we have the education evaluation and content review. So it's 1 to 2 hours per month, and you review course materials for updates to make sure that we are up to date with our content. Next, we have the article author opportunities. So hopefully you're all aware of CFMA Building Profits, our magazine. The time commitment varies for this. It's about really when you want to write an article on a topic that you feel qualified to write in. So it's writing articles for CFMA Building Profits, focus on relevant topics, an average of 2,500 words per article. Topics are usually focused on issue themes as well as a variety of columns often included in each issue. So accounting and reporting, technology, strategic, tax, etc. If you've read Building Profits, you've probably seen those columns, and so that's what we're referring to there. There's other publication opportunities where, again, the time commitment varies depending on what it is, but articles with content specific to heavy highway, specialty trade, and residential contractors that are shared in newsletters and emails. So again, if you like writing, if you want to practice article writing, this would be a good place for you to get involved. Next, we have certification. So we have the Complaints and Appeals Committee. It meets as needed 2 to 3 times per year, roughly, when there's a complaint or an appeal that comes in. To be part of this group, you'd want to be familiar with the recertification requirements needed to review complaints and appeals. Then we also have the item writing task force, which is 4 to 6 hours per month with one possible in-person meeting. Now, this is not a full year commitment, so I don't want anyone to panic and be like 4 to 6 hours for a full year, each month for a full year. This is actually really for just a few months at a time. So it would be 4 to 6 hours for a few months. And the one in-person meeting is more regional, so we wouldn't be flying you across the country, but you might have to travel in person within your region for that. To be part of this, you'd want to be a CCIFP or subject matter expert in tax, legal, IT, or HR with the ability to travel if needed. Also with certification, so we have the CCIFP Chapter Champion Subcommittee. It's 1 hour per month, and it's for CCIFPs affiliated with a chapter and willing to serve as a brand ambassador and promoter of CCIFP. So we would support you internally with being that brand ambassador and how to promote it. But it would be something that you would support with getting the word out there about the CCIFP certification and the value of having your CCIFP. Next, we have the CCIFP Accreditation Committee. It's 1 hour per month, 2 hours per month in the first quarter. And then you'd be responsible for the review and application of accreditation standards to ensure program consistency and continuity and maintain third party accreditation. So, um, it's definitely good if you're interested, if you are a CCIFP and you want to make sure that we are upholding the standard for it, this would be a great place to get involved. And then finally, you can get involved in your chapter. So you can contact your local chapter because the needs do vary by chapter, but join a chapter committee. The committees vary by chapter, so you want to you really want to reach out to your chapter board, but this helps you get to know your chapter members and make local um contacts. You can become, as I mentioned earlier, a champion for the suicide prevention or CCIFP. So, this is definitely a great place to get involved locally if local involvement is more up your alley. And you can also be a chapter speaker. So you can speak at a chapter meeting or even a regional conference. Um, and if you're a subject matter expert on something, you can become your local subject matter expert to speak at the meetings or the conference. So um, great for people who really love speaking or want to practice their presentation skills and speak at events. You can also be a chapter board member and shape the strategic direction of your chapter. Um, each chapter is able to do their own thing, so you can really help lead what you feel is best for your chapter and the members in your area of the country, and be seen as a leader by others in your chapter. You can become a chapter officer, again, be a leader in your chapter, and here you'll learn how to lead a meeting and manage a board. So that's everything. So how do I get started? If you're interested in anything that I've mentioned, or if there's another area that I may not have mentioned, but you've heard of and you want to know more about it, we have this SurveyMonkey link here. Again, we'll share the slides after this call so you can grab the link from there. But we encourage you to go into that SurveyMonkey link and fill out your information and tell us what you're interested in. And from there, we will be in contact to place you in touch with the right people to get you involved in the area of interest for you. So I'm going to just stop sharing my screen and just see if there are any questions, anything I can help you with. If not, then I thank everyone for attending, and hope to hear from you and hope to be able to pair you up with the right contacts to get involved where you feel like you could really benefit from being involved at CFMA. So thank you all for attending.